We're telling your followers. Okay. I'm going to do, okay, wait. Tap the little faces. I tap the little faces. Oh, maybe that face. Turn off requests to go live. Okay. Wait, I think I did it. I think I did it. Yes!
Yay!
Yay! See, I'm not that technically challenged. Or maybe I am, but whatever, I did it.
You. I could cry. Look at you, girl.
I'm all grown up. Hey!
We're
Yay!
We're
Happy
so
arrow.
clever.
You know what,
love
Dana?
us.
Thank you for your advice. Lola, we did it, Lola.
Yay!
Lola.
Mummy is so clever.
Lola is really excited to see everybody. Come here, Lola. Hold on, Lola.
What is she doing?
My big morning consists of us trying to figure out Instagram Live. And my laptop.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Lola, say hi.
Meh.
Meh.
So cute.
So the reason why we wanted to do this, everybody, is because we are so heartbroken of what's going on in the world, and you know, we know that all these conventions have been postponed. We were really, really looking forward to seeing all of you, to spending time and laughing and hugging and kissing and sharing stories, and now that's all been postponed to some later dates that some I think have been announced and some will soon be announced. Some are being confirmed. Yeah. So we wanted just to connect with all of you and tell you that we're really sorry about what's going on. This is so much bigger than anything we've ever experienced in our lifetime. But just to know that we are gutted over it, and we're gutted over not being able to see everybody.
That's the perfect word for it, gutted. I was looking at my my feed on Twitter earlier, and there's all these really cute pictures of like previous conventions of, you know, us doing like hilarious poses with everybody, like literally like on top of each other, like mounting each other, and I'm like, we can't do that. You know, like we were like all over each other, you know. It's like,
well, we can.
so
I just have to wait a little bit.
We just have to wait before we can climb on each other again.
I know.
Oy, oy, oy.
I mean, I know that it's really hard for so many people to stay away from their loved ones. You know, my mother, who's not far from me, I miss her tremendously. I even wanted her to stay quarantined with us, but I just don't want to take any chances with her. You know, she's in her 70s. So,
yeah.
You know, and like you with babies, I mean, you know, people with babies, it's like, I was talking to Eva the other day, and they're not letting anyone in the home, and
no, we're not either.
You aren't either, and it's just, you know, this is a beautiful way for all of us to connect, though.
Yeah.
Grateful for technology.
And now we know how to do it.
When Instagram is being kind to us, because honestly, this is the first time I feel like someone was playing a trick on us, because we did make an announcement that we were going live, and for the first time ever, I noticed that I didn't have the live option at all.
Good.
Like it wasn't even, it didn't say live. And everyone's probably laughing because I'm technically challenged. But, you know, I used to repair stereos and TVs when I was 8 years old. So I'm not that technically challenged.
You're good with goods from the 80s.
I'm good with anything from the 80s and 90s.
Give you a VCR, you're good to go.
If you give me an 8-track, I know how to rock that thing. Everyone's like, what's an 8-track?
I don't get it. Oh my God. I was supposed to be going to London this Saturday to introduce Milo to my sister's girls, and I am like, gutted. I'm so looking forward to taking Milo to England for the first time. But I know it'll happen soon. It's just a bit disappointing, you know, really, really. It's interesting, you know, what you're learning through all of this, and just really looking at the blessings of everything. And I've never, it's interesting because it's really stressful and everything, but when you've got nothing but time, it's like it makes you look at things differently, you know? Like I'm really feeling a lot more present and just being really in the moment. It's crazy.
Well, and that put this connected to my earbud. You know, it is an interesting, I think this is a great opportunity for those fans who are curious about what we think of all this. And, you know, one of the things that we always talk about is, you know, money can't buy time. Money can't buy time. And for the first time, you know, in our adult lives, not counting retirement, we have this time. We have this time, and the whole world is not, it's been put on hold on some level. I think I'm mostly concerned about everyone's economy as a whole. But what you do with this time is so valuable, and how you choose to spend it is really important. I'm sorry, this time is so valuable, and how you choose to spend it is very important. And you know, I found for myself, like in the first couple of weeks, because I sort of self-quarantined a week prior, because we knew that something was coming and something big, and I felt it. I started stocking up and getting all the things that I needed, you know, to non-perishables and extra water, making sure that, and for a long time I kept thinking, God, I don't, you know, we live in LA and I don't have my earthquake kit. And I should really be fully equipped for any sort of natural disaster that can potentially hit us at any time.
Right.
And so what it really did is it kick-started this sort of action of like, I have a house. I need to like load up the basement with things, essentials and necessities. And, you know, just to have, God forbid, if anything happens. And so I started doing that, and there was something kind of really fun and great about that. It's like taking care of oneself, taking care of the people you love, and finding ways to do that. And, you know, it doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter, you know, what you do. This is just basic human needs. And everyone should, you know, love themselves enough to want to take care of themselves and think in that way, for anything big like this that we're facing right now, or even something bigger, that, you know, some natural crazy disaster that can happen. So I highly recommend everyone to, you know, I'm sure a lot of people have done that already. For those that aren't taking this seriously, use it as an opportunity to sort of just stock up your home and just have some things that you can survive and live off of, in case something, you know, even more drastic and bigger hits us.
Yeah, I'm actually really proud of myself of how I started to prepare, because the same as you, before it all got completely bonkers at Target and all the supermarkets, I started to, because let's be honest, I'm addicted to Target, and it's something to do with the baby, you know, and think, oh, I'm bored, or I want to get out the house, or, you know, he naps better in the car. So I would just go to Target. Ever since he was born, it was something to do. So I slowly started sort of stockpiling, and it's been on my to-do list for 10 years in LA. Like, oh, you know, I really should prepare for an earthquake. I really should prepare for a natural disaster. And it was never at the top of my list ever. And so this is the first time I actually really felt prepared, and it's actually quite empowering. And like after this, once we come through the other side, I will forever be prepared. And I'm going to, once this is all over and I can get better stuff for an earthquake or whatever, I'm going to always be prepared for the rest of my life, because I think that gives you such a sense of security if you can just do as much as you can control. Because I really wasn't ready up until, you know, 3 weeks ago for any of it, you know. So
yeah,
big takeaway for me to be #prepared, and even get like one of those, you know, those cordless, you know, those radios that don't need batteries. You can like wind
the
them
Grundigs.
up. Yeah, and like, you know, flashlights and all that kind of stuff, batteries. I'm going to start making a list of things to stockpile once this is over, in terms of getting.
I mean, I can definitely help you with that. I'm like, I've had like Grundig radios for so long. I don't know why. I was kind of weirdly into stuff like that, like stuff that you can wind up, and just stuff that doesn't need batteries. And I also have a ton of batteries. And I am a bit of a hoarder. I like to hoard, as you know. I have a lot of shite in this house that is just like, I mean, I have, you know, just my grandfather's things, my grandmother's things, my mother's things. I mean, everyone just kind of passed everything over to me. So I already, and Trish, Trish lives here with me, and she just keeps laughing at the boxes that keep showing up. And I'm like, oh, look, it's another box of hold on. What is it? Aunt Sally's or Aunt Susie's or
what is it?
I don't even know, but like I ended up getting all these crazy weird non-perishables, like, just add water, soup bowl, noodle bowls. This is, by the way, I should just send this to you because I have like 4 downstairs. I would love one. And I may have signed up for like, a lifetime supply by accident and didn't click the other button for the one-time purchase. So you might be getting those for the rest of your life.
That's amazing.
But one thing I wanted to touch upon was the spiritual aspect of all this and the opportunity that we have to really self-reflect. That's one of the things that I'm doing is like, wait a second, I have some time to quiet the mind and kind of go deep and go, what are the things that I've always wanted to look at that I kind of peek at, but don't really dig into? And like, what are those things that are, that have been sort of blocking me or holding me back or whatever they may be, and really, meditating. I meditate every day. I meditate for probably 2 hours, 2.5 hours at night.
I downloaded that app that you told me to get. You should tell
It's
everyone
amazing.
To get it.
Yeah,
so
Headspace is amazing.
Headspace.
I've been using Headspace quite a bit, and that's like more of my morning practice. Like I do 20 to 30 minutes in the morning, but I use like these other sleeping meditations that literally I meditate throughout the whole night. And I've created a playlist on YouTube where they just go from one to the other to the other to the other. And
while
so you're
sleeping.
Subliminally, I'll send them to you.
That's cool.
You're subliminally, and I can post them on Twitter. You're subliminally listening to these messages. So any blocks that you may have with creativity, with things that are like you're having a difficult time. I mean, you as a person, one who's struggling with, removing any blocks, any inhibitions, any past traumas, anything that self-confidence, self-worth, etc. There are so many wonderful meditations that you can find on YouTube, and create a little playlist for yourself. And then before you, as soon as you crawl into bed, they take you through some deep breathing exercises, and then you just kind of fall into this really deep sleep, and your mind is, your brain is working subconsciously and receiving these messages. And ever since I started doing that, I've been waking up feeling a lot better.
That's really cool. It never occurred to me to leave something on while I was asleep. That's such a good idea. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, it's, Lola, I think she reacts fine. I mean, if, you have Mark, I'm sure you both would really benefit from it, or just put like one little earbud in your ear or something, keep the other one open for the baby, it's just super helpful. And that's one thing we've been doing. And another thing that Trish and I have been doing, which is something we want to do today, is we are going live to do a sound healing. We can do it with you, Rebecca. If you have to hop off, that's fine. I might just keep this on or tune back in when we're done and start the really live.
I love that sound bath healing stuff.
It's amazing. And it really just, Trish is the expert at it. I mean, I love the bowls. I have my crystal bowl, and we put our bowls together, and we've been playing these bowls and using the rain sticks, etc. But they are like just playing those, just having those instruments, because they are instruments, but playing them and like really letting your body, and you're supposed to lie down. So when we do this, we're going to have everyone, not that I can see you guys, but if you're at work, what am I saying? Well, some people still are working. I mean, I don't know.
We can all lie down and do it.
But you can close your eyes if you can't lie down, and just take long, deep breaths in. And so we'll guide you through it. But I don't know if anyone, we can get off the spiritual path for a second and just have fun here with questions. Someone said, where's the dark one? Maybe they have a curse. But I don't know if are your comments coming in at the same time mine are?
I'm seeing, we love you.
I work from home,
I work
Dana.
from home, yeah, we are. We're
Okay.
seeing the same.
Is Headspace free? Yeah, Headspace is free, I believe.
They have like the basic
trial
version is free, and then if you want to get the premium, it's like a monthly fee or a one-time yearly thing.
Yeah.
Sean just said no. Thanks, Sean.
Hi, Navi. Aw, Navi's on.
Hi, Navi.
Hi, Bina.
Meh.
Aw. Oh, I got to call you back, Navi. I couldn't yesterday. Sorry. I was having a spiritual day yesterday. I went on an hour and a half, like, walk with Lola. Needed that. So.
Someone just said we should join TikTok.
Oh, I know. I know.
All
People have been
TikTok
telling me to
right
do
now.
that. I keep seeing all these crazy dances. Calm is a good app. Calm is a good app,
You know
Dana.
what? You would be really good at TikTok because you're a really good dancer. You are. You're good at like choreography. I'm rubbish. You should.
I know.
Totally
Greg and I have been like, we're gonna start dancing via FaceTime or FaceTime.
I love it.
Do I have any anxiety? Suffering in the moment? Yes. Anxiety. Deep breaths. There's I'll post something. There's a Wim Hof breathing exercise, and it's 30 breaths in and out. But there's a technique to it, so I'll post it on Twitter for everyone who's suffering from anxiety. Deep breaths are, honestly,
breathing is everything.
Is everything. In and out, but slowly.
Yeah.
In through the nose, out with the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Out with the mouth, out.
Someone just said, "Where are our dogs?" I don't know where Bella is. That's a good question.
I do TikTok. Dana's a spaz with it. And does anyone? Hi, Ariana. Does anyone have any questions for us?
Yes, ask us some questions.
I might need my glasses.
It's so hot.
I'm so like over 40.
You don't look it.
I have PTSD. PTSD is something that I think definitely needs some professional attention. I would highly recommend, if you can, finding some therapy or finding some books. There's also PTSD meditations online that are really, really helpful. There's a woman named Belle Ruth Knappersack. Yeah, try to spell that. Belle Ruth Knappersack. And she is has a very interesting name, but she has a lot of meditations, and they're guided meditations that help with everything from anxiety to creativity to anything that you can make it to heart, people that are having like heart failure and like lung, like breathing issues, cancer, stopping smoking. So there's a lot of, she has a lot of good stuff out there. I've used her for years.
Someone just said, how is Milo and Mark? Milo is currently fighting a nap, and Mark is trying to deal with it because Mummy's here with you and Auntie Lana. And then someone just said, what is your favorite thing about each other? Oh my gosh. I mean, that's a whole nother live session to talk about what are my favorite things about Lana. Off the top of my head, I would say my favorite thing about Lana Parrilla is when I am in her physical presence, I get to be 1,000% me, like full on Rebecca Mader, whatever I am in that moment, unapologetically me. And there's such a massive freedom to that because you can't always be yourself with everybody in your life. And I would always say that's been the greatest gift that you've given me, is to allow me to be authentically myself. Even when we were shooting Once Upon a Time, if I was having a weird day or a rough moment, your trailer was always my safe space to just rat-a-tat-tat on the door and go in, and there was always flowers and chocolate and tea and load of fire is on. It was like going to grandma's house. But not that you look like a grandma, you're like a young, hot chick in a grandma's house. But
definitely nurturing.
Yeah, I would say that's my favorite thing about you.
Oh, Bex, thank you so much. I mean, I feel the same way about you. I feel that, we are and very blessed to have found one another and to be, so comfortable in each other's presence to really be our authentic selves. And that is true. One of my other favorite things about you is no one makes me laugh harder. I mean, honest to God, your wit and how quick you are is just, it's super admirable. I just laugh and laugh and laugh. I love spending time with you. We can do anything. We can talk about anything.
Mm-hmm.
We can go to really deep, deep places and talk about the spiritual stuff and the stuff that's really hard, all the personal stuff, and then really just talk about the most idiotic things that just, make us smile and laugh. And,
mm-hmm.
and that we both spent enough time in New York. I'm from New York, but you've lived there for a long time, so you get that East Coast sort of energy and vibe. And yet we also both live in LA for quite some time, so we can sort of mold to many different situations together. We can do a lot together.
Yeah.
We can go out in nature and be in nature, and we can go shopping on Fifth Avenue.
Right.
We can go dine at really great places and then go get a $3 burrito down the street.
Totally.
I just love that there's so much flexibility in both of our characters.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't get that with a lot of people. Some people are super rigid and set in their ways, and they're not as, open-minded about things. And I love that about our friendship. And we both make a kick-ass cup of tea. Cheers.
Yeah, we do. Cheers.
Cheers, my love.
Sorry, that's my second favorite thing about you, is that you make a cup of tea like a Brit. You're my only American friend that can make a proper brew. It's amazing. I mean, what a gift.
Well, you remember what Mom said when she was over?
Mm-hmm.
My mom and I went to go visit Rebecca, Mark, and Milo before the pandemic hit. And my mom said, she goes, even though she doesn't really sound like this, is how she sounds to me. She goes, we always drank tea in the house. So we always put milk in the tea. We drank coffee, but we mostly drank tea.
Yeah.
And
I
it's true.
Making your mum a cup of tea. She loved my tea. I was like, oh, I hope she likes it. I was like worried about it. She's like, oh, that's good. I'm like, yes. Someone just asked if my mug is bottomless because I've been pounding it for half an hour.
That's why mine is the size of my head.
Yeah.
Like literally.
I love a big mug.
So someone asked me pizza or pineapple or pepperoni. Pepperoni any day on my pizza. Are you kidding?
I always get pepperoni. Always.
I'm not. I'm an East Coast girl. I'm not used to pineapple on my pizza.
Someone just said, "Will I come to the Netherlands when this is over?" The Netherlands? Yes. Any excuse. Oh my God, how much fun did we have in the Netherlands? That was
so much fun.
Do you remember how much chocolate we got?
I remember how much weight we put on after.
my boyfriend jeans became my skinny jeans. Oh.
Yeah. Yes.
I had to ship it back ahead of me. It was like I needed another suitcase for it. So good.
We had the best time, and yes, we would absolutely come back. Rebecca and I, when will the two of you come to the Berlin Wall? I've never been to Berlin, and I'm dying to go to Berlin. So yes to that. What's my favorite scene that we both have filmed in Once Upon a Time? God, well, we might have the same scene or different scenes. Let's see. I mean, all of season 7.
We did have a good
Every
time.
scene in season 7.
Yeah, we had a good
My
time.
favorite scene to film with you was when I was directing. And I don't necessarily think I was even in the scene, but I was directing you, and that was one of my favorite experiences on the show because I know you so well, and then I know your character so well. So it was like being able to say things to you as an actress and, as a best friend. It made it like so much easier to tell you things, where some other actors, it was like there's levels of sensitivity I had to be super mindful of.
Well, it became really collaborative because you were free to say whatever you wanted to me because I'm not like going to get offended or, you know what I mean? There was no ego attached to it. I was like, ooh, good idea. It was fun. We got to play. That was my favorite episode. We had so much fun doing that. And you bought burgers for the whole crew. What's better than that?
I know. They were like, every month we had A&W shipment, 400 burgers.
You always did that. Like, it'd be like midnight and you're like, let's get burgers. And we're like, yeah.
We're here till 7 a.m. We'll burn it off in 1 hour.
Like, Lana, we're ready for you on set. You're like, I'll be right there. Bring in makeup. You got like onions up the side of your face.
Pickle stuck to my eye.
Oh my God. That was a great
Navi, I keep
episode.
seeing your love, and I just love you so much. Oh my God! For those that don't know Navi Rawat, she is my sister. We've been friends for over 20 plus years. I love that woman so much. I know Rebecca, you love her too. She's an amazing, amazing woman.
Hang
And
on,
so,
apparently, sorry to interrupt you, but apparently Colin just asked us a question.
Colin!
We missed it.
Shit.
What did Colin ask? I think
How
it's
do
like,
you go
what's our
back?
favorite
Oh,
scene
wait,
with
we can
Colin?
go back. Hold on. Colin.
I can't find it.
I think he said, was I your favorite?
Probably. You are. I mean, obviously, with that face,
it's like
and
a
those eyes, and
rhetorical
that
question.
look.
I'm scrolling back, but I don't see any Colin. Was it the
We
real
love
Colin?
you, Colin.
Colin, we love you.
Nah.
We hope that you and your family are well, and we're sending lots of love to all of you. I don't know if that was really Colin.
Oh, well. Well, if you're there, Colin, we love you and we miss you.
Oh, and yeah, I don't think it was Colin.
Oh, well.
No, it was someone pretending to be Colin.
What?
How dare they?
Unacceptable.
Or maybe not. Hold on. Yep, no, it wasn't the real
You know
Colin.
what I wish? I'm trying to think. There's all these things that.
Oh, it was Colin.
Where?
I don't know.
Oh, you know what I wish? I wish I'd gotten my hair cut before the pandemic. My ends are so crispy. Like when you touch it, it makes a sound. It goes. It's idiot. I mean, it's so dry, Lana. It feels horrible.
Hey, I wonder if we can invite Colin.
Is he there?
How do we do that shit?
I
He
think
asked, who's your favorite Colin? I did see that then. Okay, so obviously you.
Like, no
Again,
one does
a rhetorical
Colin better than
question.
Colin.
How do we invite Colin?
Wait, Sean said that the real Colin was real. Oh yeah, Colin did ask who was your favorite Colin.
The real Colin was really Sean,
Colin,
I miss
you're
you.
Colin.
Could we add more than one person?
I don't know.
Oh, there's no three-way.
Bummer. We'll just have to rotate and do different people each week. You can, yeah, you're right. You can only have two people.
Colin is very handsome, someone said.
It's that, yeah. They should change this so you can go live with like up to 4 people. Wouldn't that be
just
cool?
really impressed with my eyes right now that I don't have my glasses on and I can see, and I'm like, a pretty decent distance, arm length, almost a little bit more.
You're getting young. You're Benjamin Buttoning it. You're just getting younger.
It's all the sleep. My eyes.
You're hashtag rested.
I am.
I'm not.
So for all of those, like, with these conventions and wait, what's the thing you liked most about Once Upon a Time?
Getting to work with me, probably.
I mean, again, another rhetorical question.
Yeah.
The whole thing was phenomenal on so many levels. And, one thing that I think Rebecca and I are realizing is like, going from getting a hit show like this, being a part of a hit show, it's not the easiest thing in the world at all. It's one of the hardest things to accomplish in your career. And hits like that just don't come around often. Mm-hmm. They honestly don't. That's why you've done pilot after pilot and, a 13 episode run, and then it gets canceled. Another 13 episode run, it gets canceled. And, it took me, I think, a good 15 years to get a big hit like Once Upon a Time.
Yeah.
So the gratitude that comes with that and the rarity of it is just, it's something to pay attention to and to go, wow, thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe, for giving that to me, because it's so rare and so seldom. And who knows, we all work hard to try to get another show like that. We all want that, but who knows? Mm-hmm. And in the interim, I know, Bex, you've been, you've got your both hands full and arms with baby Milo. And, and people have asked, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I've been working my ass off trying to create some things, for mm-hmm. myself, and whilst going out there and looking for the right next thing. And, right now it's all about reinvention and really kind of taking inventory and processing and going, whoa, that was a big 7 years of that I literally gave my life, my soul, my heart, my everything over to this character in the show. And that was a big a big choice to make. And now taking this time of really kind of going, well, now what do I want to do? And it's not about, I don't want to act, I want to act, but I want to, you know, I want to do the right next, I want to do the next project that I take on has to be something that is, you know, that's going to bring me a lot of joy.
Yeah.
It's a big commitment, you know, to turn over 7 years of your life and over 100 hours a week, you know, 10 months out of the year.
Yeah.
So, you know, for those who are like, what are they doing? What are they doing? We're planning and we're figuring that out.
Well, it's like getting married. It's a massive commitment. You know, when we sign on to do a show, you're signing a legal document. And when you do a pilot these days, it's a minimum of a 7-year contract. I mean, 7 years of your life it's nearly a decade. And yes, not many shows last that long, but they might. So you have to make an incredibly thoughtful decision. Like, do I want to attach myself to this for potentially 7 years and beyond? And there aren't many times that you get a script where you're like, yeah, that's it. This is the, you know, I mean, every now and again you do get one and then maybe you don't get it, but it's very rare that something special comes along where you're like, yeah, I want to be a part of this for a really long time. So,
I mean, yeah. And often it's like, do I want to live in Canada for 7 years?
Well, yeah. Also,
do I want to live in Albuquerque for 7 years?
That's the first thing I do when I get an email for an appointment that's coming in. I frantically scroll down on my own, go location, 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 and then it's like meet, and I'm like, I don't want to live there.
Georgia. I'm like, I want to live in Georgia for 7 years. You know, like,
can you imagine our hair in Georgia? I mean, the humidity. No thanks.
But you know, it's one of those things where there's a lot of, you know, these are things that a lot of people don't know, they're unaware of, or they're not thinking about it. Hold on one second. The light's coming in. I need to fix my lighting. Where's my DP?
Get out of my light.
Get out of my light. There's my belly.
I miss having abs.
Yeah, you will, and they'll come back. But these are things that people don't know, and these are, you know, this is information about the industry that people don't think about, and and then there's, you know, the time to sort of process, you know, everything that we experience up there. It's like 7 years of like, whoa, and kind of moving back to LA and all that. So just, you know, everyone be patient in the same ways that we're being patient, trying to find the next thing and trying to create the next thing for ourselves. And right now, this is what we're doing. So this is the, you know, tune in to Lana and Bex live on Instagram.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
People like, people are texting like, when do you want to FaceTime? I'm like, I'm still sitting here. Where am I going? Well,
let me look at my calendar.
I'll pencil you in now.
The best is when I get these texts. Drink? Question mark?
Drink?
Drink? Question mark? It's
oh my god.
Oh, there I went. Goalie keeps texting me. She's like, I miss you.
Oh,
like,
we miss you, Goalie.
Let me just tell her.
There you are.
Oh, guess who's here? Trish, do you want to come say hi to the fans and Rebecca?
Hi, yes, sure.
Hi, Trish.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good, baby.
Hi.
So we're gonna do Trish is the sound bowl healing expert. I have some experience with it just because I love those crystal bowls, and I've been part of sound baths and sound healing since I was about 18 years old. So, you know, like 5 years. But we're going to go live and do this, and we're hoping. Did you test it with Antoinette? Did the sound come through okay?
She said it was beautiful.
Okay, so
when are you gonna do it?
We're gonna do it, I think, probably around noon.
Cool.
If that works for everybody. That's 12 in like 13 minutes.
Yeah.
And
And yeah,
Did you tell Norman?
I told Norman, there's a lot
Antoinette?
of, and I'll text Antoinette, but a lot of people have been requesting it because it actually boosts your immune system. And Lana and I will tell you more about it before we start, but there's a lot of benefits for all of you. And we want to spread some love, unconditional love to everybody out there.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's
Love
honestly,
I'll see you soon.
Trish does this for me all the time when I'm suffering from anxiety or I'm feeling overwhelmed by whatever life. And, or I wake up with like, you know, my God, I'm super anxious and I just woke up this way. And, you know, she's like, lay down. It happened to me yesterday.
Yeah,
like 2 days ago.
Yeah, we changed
It's like
your
2 days
frequency
ago.
immediately.
And it changes the frequency immediately.
Do you
And it
remember,
just like,
do you remember your birthday party a few years ago where you, Trish, went around and did all the women one by one? It was so cool.
Yes. And I remember specifically doing you at that time. Because
I remember.
Yeah. And I went behind your head. And we,
It was magic.
And just so all of you know, like each bowl is tuned to a different chakra. So we'll go over all that. And so that, you know, we're probably all holding a lot of tension in our throat and our hearts, and then in the core right here in your solar plexus. And once we release all this, you'll see that you feel different, you sleep better. And like I said, when we do it, I'll explain more about what we're doing and how much Lana and I have been talking about. All we want to do is spread some unconditional love and compassion to all of you. And we just want to be a lighthouse, and Bex is here too, but we want to be a lighthouse for all of you who need a safe harbor. And that's what we're going to create.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
And I should put on white. I will change. So we'll probably, oh, you know what could happen, Scott?
Yeah.
You could maybe explain a little bit about what it is if we stay on live while I go change.
Yeah. I will.
And I don't know.
But you should probably end this and start another one so the sound bath can be its own entity.
Yeah, we could do that. That's what we'll do. So
also,
let's take another 5 minutes and see if there's anything that people are saying that we, you know, I know there's been a lot of questions, and sorry if we haven't answered everyone's questions.
We can always do it again. Hey, Lana, when you end this, it's going to ask you if you want to save it to your story. So do that for people that weren't able to hang out with us today.
Okay. Oh God, how do I do that? Do I just
when you click end, it'll say, do you want to save a story? So you can just save it into your Insta stories. Okay. But we can do this again.
My rising sign is Aries.
Is it?
Someone just asked.
Fire.
I know. I'm a double Cancer and an Aries, like fire and water, baby.
No, we should definitely do this again. Everyone's saying we should do it again.
Wait,
after an hour. Someone just said that after an hour, Instagram kicks you off. You can only go up to an hour. I didn't know that. Interesting.
Well, that's a good thing then we have to start over. Next is a true, Bex, you're a true live pro, someone said. Yes, she is. Someone said Pisces, we know. I don't know what that means. Bex, lost or once?
Once.
Lana, hi. Someone said hi.
Hi, Lana.
Hi.
Hi, Brazil.
I love you all. Thank you so much. Hi to Eduarda.
Good night, twins.
Emmy is here. My Emmy is here. Lana, how did you and Trish meet? Oh, Trish and I we met
cooking.
Cooking? Yeah, it was a lot. I'll answer that when we have Lana and Trish time. What's my my family is safe and healthy. Thank you. Rebecca? Is your family safe and healthy?
Yes. Yes, thank God. I made my parents stay in. I keep telling them off if they go out, but yeah.
You know, this is also another really great opportunity to remind everyone the importance of staying in, because, you know, it's not just about yourself. It's not just about your family and your own protection. It's about others, because you can be a carrier.
You can be asymptomatic and be walking around just infecting people, oblivious, because you think, well, I don't feel sick. Well, guess what? You can potentially kill someone and be asymptomatic. So when I see people tootling around in groups, I'm just, it's infuriating and very upsetting, because it's just so incredibly selfish. staying at home and being bored is not a massive sacrifice. It's not like we're being called to grab a gun and go to war, you know. I thought that was that post that's going around, like your grandparents were called to go to war. You're being asked to sit on the sofa. You can do this. It's like, that's such a great way to put it.
Yeah, I agree.
Literally just stay in, be with yourselves and just chill out for as long as we possibly can until we get through this peak, you know.
And there's so many things that you can do within your own home to keep yourself occupied, not just reading and watching Netflix, but, you know, learning something, learning a new language. There's Babbel, there's Duolingo, there's, you know, these apps that don't cost anything, or maybe they do, and you can do your 3-month free trial and learn something in 3 months. You know, you could, you can, I think I downloaded a piano app because I had
that's a good idea.
Here. Yeah. And I was like, you know what, I'm just going to learn piano.
You know, everybody's an artist in their own way, you know, just sort of express yourself. And if you've got any stuff at home, I just started a 2,000-piece puzzle of Times Square, which is going to take me the entire pandemic to do, but it's something else to do in between naps with Mr. Milo out there.
Yeah, and that's actually really good therapy for the brain to just turn it off.
Yeah.
And kind of
so focused on what you're doing.
Or drawing or coloring.
I tell you one of the biggest blessings that's come out of this for me so far is I am talking to my friends way more than before, because we were all so caught up in our to-do list and errands and meetings and this and that and making things happen and doing the hustle, that now that we can't and we've stepped out of that hamster wheel, it's nothing but chatting with friends and having these amazing conversations that it's really helping me. My connections with a lot of my friends are getting really stronger, which is really nice.
I mean, not to mention the planet. Like, you know, one of the greatest gifts that have come out of this is our Mother Earth is starting to thrive again, you know, and there's less smog, there's less, and it's really interesting to learn that there are dolphins and fish swimming in the Venice canals again. Like,
it's amazing.
That is the greatest gift, and it does show that we can save our planet by, you know, just changing our habits and ways, by being more conscious and taking care of Mother Earth that has given us everything we have, truly. So, you know, that is the greatest gift that we might have an opportunity to save our climate and planet.
Yep. Amen, sister.
Yeah. So
I love you.
I love you so much.
I love you all. Thank you so much for joining us. Loved it. And you want us to do it again, let us know.
Wait a second. Plants are going to take over the world. Plants. Okay. Yeah. I would love for you to expound on that. Would we come back to Canada for a con? Yes.
Yes, we would.
Would we go back to London? Yes.
I'm English.
I love it there. We love you all. Thank you so much. We'll do this again.
Yeah.
Let's do this again, Bex.
Let's all hang out again.
We will do
We're
it
stronger
again.
together. Let's hang out together more, because we all need to be strong together.
We definitely, and Bex will coordinate. And now that I kind of figured out how to do this, I won't be so technically canny. Learned a few things.
This too shall pass, people. This too shall pass. We will come out the other side of this. We will.
And stronger and better for it.
Amen.
All right. I love you, Bex. I love all the fans that tune in and the friends that tuned in. And Sean, back to you. Thank you all. And please stay in. Please don't, take inventory on your lives and repair those relationships with people and learn to forgive and make those phone calls, the hard ones, and just reach out to the people that you love. And, it's really important right now. So go in peace, go in love, be healthy and safe. And God bless.
Love you. See you soon, Lana.
Love you. And then, Bex, you can stay on. You can get off. I'm just going to stay on for 1 sec. I just want to tell everyone we're going to tune back in about 5 or so minutes. Let's start at 12:05.
Okay.
Like around 12:05-ish. I'll be back on to do a live sound healing with Trish Doolin, who's behind me, putting some food away. She's like, I just made like a giant beef stew. Okay, well, we got like 3 minutes to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Microwave.
Yep. Okay. So we're gonna have a quick little bite. Why don't we say 12:15?
12:15.
Okay. So at 12:15, so in about 18 minutes or so, we're gonna start back, and we will do a sound healing with everyone, and we hope you enjoy it. What you have to do, and we'll tell you when we get there, but you can start prepping now, is just find like a really serene place where you can lie down, close your eyes, grab a blanket, because you want to cover yourself, because sometimes you get chilly. When your body is really relaxed, it gets cold. So just cover yourself. And thanks, Dana. I'm gonna eat fast. Scuzz, I think you can put it in a pot.
Okay.
You know, because also get a little pillow for your head, and then we'll do some deep breaths in and out, and then we'll start the sound healing. Okay, we'll see you shortly, and mwah, big kiss. See you in 17 minutes. Bye for now.
Okay, we'll put it in a pot. I'm telling people 12:15.
Wait a second. It says when I end, it says cancel, and then how do I save it? I love you, Steve. How do I save it, Dana? Dino! How do I save this? Dino! Please? Okay, save it. How? So when I press end, it says, do I want to cancel? Do I want to end this? And I press yes, and then what? Does it say save live after that? But does it say it after? Oh, God. If I screw this up, guys, I'm sorry. Save to live. But if I end and then press, and then it says, are you sure you want to end? Okay. Okay. So, all right. Okay. I hope I don't disappoint. Okay, bye.